Right, one of the biggest hurdles for me in learning EG was learning to one-look. So one-looking is mostly being able to just get a scramble, to look at it and be able to tell exactly every single move you'll have to do in the entire solve, which sounds quite daunting. Yeah, I can. That was a bit of a fail, but oh well. So, effectively what it is tracing and a bit of memory. So what I'm going to go over in this video is how to learn to one-look, how to improve your one-looking, and how to learn one-look AUF, because that's possibly the most important. So let's get to some of the basics of one-look. So you'll probably learn these around the time you start learning to one-look. So these are two inserts. We've got U R prime like that, or we've just got R U R prime. So this you can kind of trace from here. Since you're inserting it, you'll see like this is going to just be moved over here. And overall, it's best that you find out what they do yourself so that you can memorise cases. But for this, I'll just say, like, since you know this is getting hidden down here, the U moves won't actually affect it. However, this one isn't getting affected by the R layer, but it is getting affected by the U moves, so it's going to come over by 1 because it's just a U. And this one's being affected by the first two moves, but not the last one, so R, U. And then, like, this one, I just kind of remember, comes down here. So, stuff like that. But there's a good way to practice it, which I'm going to talk about now. I have a session on CS Timer called one-looking. What you can do on CS Timer is if you set the case to 2x2, and then you can just, well, I'd say start by just doing CLL scrambles, or they call it EG0 on here. And so I'm just going to do some of those scrambles now, and what I'm going to do is not look at it while I'm scrambling. I'm going to turn off the tools so it doesn't draw the scramble, and just go a few ahead. And then I'm just going to add the inverse of the moves I want to learn to one-look on the end, and then just one-look it. What you can also do is have a cube like this, just so you can see what the moves are going to do and what's going to be affected. But overall, it's good to be able to do it from memory. So now this is going to get pushed like a U, this stick is going to come to here, this one's going to go to up here, and this one's preserved. And if we trace far enough, you'll know that since there's going to be one here and one here, and these two aren't going to be oriented, we know it's going to be an L case or bow tie, and then we can just track the stickers. So we've got this is staying here, this is going to be green here, so they're going to be opposite. And so since it's at the correct angle, we can just see where this will be, and it's going to be adjacent here. So we'll just go like this and go straight into the algorithm because we knew what it was going to be. Right, let's do this again here. This time we notice that this blue is going to be here, and this blue is going to come down here. This is staying here and like that, and so we know we're going to have two bars. And if we look at the orientation, this is facing out and this is here, so we know it's going to be this high case. So what about when you're getting quite good at it? What about when you can one-look a lot of cases? Well, there's a simple tactic to learn to just one-look more cases. So I normally use two cubes, and the easiest thing to do is just have a piece of paper and get just random generated scrambles, and you know, see if you can one-look it. I can one-look this one because it's this case. I didn't one-look it. Just got to know if it's a case you can one-look instead of actually one-looking it, because this one you want to be fairly casual and fast process. So yeah, this one you can one-look because simple. So keep going. This one, yep, I know I can one-look. But let's say you eventually get to one you don't know how to one-look. So let's say this isn't really a case this isn't a case you wouldn't be able to one-look, so I'm just gonna continue until I get one. So let's say you're in this situation for weight, and the solution to this side, and let's just say you didn't know how to do it, is f prime u l. Well, instead of one looking it, just go f prime u l. Alright, now we're going to take this solved cube, and I'm going to do l prime u prime f, the inverse, and see what pieces of the opposite layer are in there. So we can see that actually these ones, in fact all these three are going to be here, and then we'll just say that it's going to do a U and this is going to come up by like an L. So that's all good. So you've learnt what that case does. Now for the first one you can leave this like that, but you're going to now know the inverse of it, get a CLL scramble, scramble the cube and do L prime U prime F on the end, and you end up with something. Well, I haven't done CLL because I use EG, but I'll switch it to CLL for the next one. You can one-look the case now, and so I know this is going to come up here, so it's going to be adjacent colours, and yeah, I can see which case it's going to be, and it's from the correct angle already, so I'll just probably go straight into it. I didn't want the AUF there, but yeah. So now you kind of want to do it without the help, so we'll go for the next one. And we'll go, okay, so if we do a U move, then this will be here. So we'll have white, green, red, orange, and this orange has a blue on it, so yeah, we can tell which case it's going to be. Let's go straight into it. And you want to just keep doing this until you're really confident with one looking this case. Once that's done, you go back to the WCA scrambles. You go back and see if you can one look them. So yes, you can. Well, that wasn't the optimal solution, but I just saw something nice. Yep, got like parallel skip, which you may or may not decide you want. Yeah. So overall, it's just a case of just finding the cases you don't know how to do, and just finding the ones you do know how to do, and just narrowing it down till you can do everything. So how do you learn to one-look AUF? Well, let's start by saying how I'd learn CLL AUF. Now I know AUF is CLL and EG1, but I started by just doing CLL scrambles. Okay, and I would just maybe look at one reference corner. So for CLL I just used this one and saw where the orange and blue corner was afterwards, so it's in their class. And it went over here, so I know it does a U prime. And now forever I'll just say when I do that case U prime. So now pretty much go on to the next one and continue this process. Now sometimes you'll get one you know how to unlock, and you, so like for this one I know it's just going to be a U prime AUF because I'm smart. And the difference between one looking AUF and not one looking AUF is bigger than it sounds. So I'm going to pretend here that I don't one look the AUF, and we're going to look at it. Or okay, I locked up. It overall just looks a lot smoother, and it becomes part of the algorithm instead. It sounds crazy to be able to do this, but trust me, it's really not. I know that when I do this case, this corner is going to come here, and that's the opposite of where it needs to be, so it's going to be a U2. And maybe another one. So this is EG1, which is harder to learn one look AUF for, but trust me, it's not that bad. For this one, I just know this one's going to stay exactly where it is, and as you can see, this is blue-red, so blue-orange is going to be there anyway, so it's correct. And one more. Yep, so I just know that this front colour is going to be on the side here, and since orange is in the back, then it's going to be a UAUF. It's good to have a fun. It's good to integrate the one look AUF into your finger trick and your algorithm. Now this becomes quite natural at some point. But if you're doing this, you knew what the AUF was, but why not like integrate it in? Like for that case, and a lot of cases, if I got a U2, I'll then sort of twist like that because it's faster. There are a lot of cases where you can do different things. Like for this case, you know that this bar is going to be in the front if you do R2, U2, R prime, U2, R2. However, if you're going to get a U2, you can just do an RU2 instead of an R prime U2 and it will skip AUF. Let's say you have an anti-soon from here. So you can do it on the left, you get a U2, or you can do anti-soon from here and you'll have to do like a U prime, I think. But what you can do is like put it here, so this is opposite, and you get no AUF. So it's a lot of just being very comfortable with what the AUF is going to be. Do one more example. I'm going to do RU to R prime here. I'm not going to cancel any moves. I know this is going to be here, and from one looking, I'm not going to go into depth, but I know it's going to be diagonal or anti-soon. And so this is going to stay here, and I know that if this is opposite to this, then it's going to have no AUF, so I can just go straight into the algorithm. Right, that's my last example. I am done. That's what I have to say about learning to one look. I think George Scholey mentioned this to me, especially the tactic of just using infinite inspection and just, you know, making sure to one look every solve took him about 2 weeks, which is insane, and it's crazy to say you can learn that in 2 weeks. So if you are fairly serious about 2x2, this is definitely something you should look at. Right, I'm done.